From braided ropes and iron chains to golden Cuban links, I think things have changed. A lot. Now they thought that they could censor us, take our voices with no remorse from us, leave us hoarse and hooked without language. They thought we would languish in anguish, but little did they know that the mighty Negro is built with 2 sets of vocal cords. Courtesy of a law, we can shift and shift from vernacular English to unscripted, gifted freestyle, late modern, reminiscent poetics and ebonics with a flair that only melanin could lend. And they dared to think that they could rob us and cull us like cattle. They thought that much like a barrel packed deep within the hull of slave ships, they could leave us naked, but the mighty Negro inherited the Midas touch in the mind of Mansa Musa. We've created wealth wherever we knelt. They could mine our minds for a lifetime and never run out of gemstones. It's no wonder our molars and canines are decorated with the strange fruit of strip mine, because privilege and pain mix like gin and juice and flowed out from my mouths, whether within or without the popular social context. We took the soapbox to the top of the Rock of Gibraltar and made it an altar, a pulpit to alter the trajectory of a culture that thought they could erase us, mystify us and mistake us for the hopeless and helpless, for the violent and childish. But little did they know that the mighty Negro was like the drunken master. She may stumble, she may stutter, but she won't fall and be laid asunder. The mighty Negro won't be made low by lack of courage to go and acknowledge the burden that the black race bears, a criminal element from pulpit to corrupt reverence. Niggas trained to be alchemists, replace iron with lead. We've got more of our own dead, born, buried, and bred by our culture. But instead of losing sight of where we've been, the mighty Negro has doubled down her resolve to absolve for people through sacrifice like a poltergeist. We wage with an unholy fury to purify our people. Come hell or high water, judge, jury, or cop, and you tell me if you've ever seen more vibrant people. It's a pity they thought they could take our home from us, pit us against each other. But little did they know that we were born from the dust and the tears of the beloved. Forget this myth that Europeans were the first conquerors on the continent. We've been slaughtering and enslaving our own, setting up thrones, and fearsome tribal warfare has been a cultural norm long before we left home. We don't need any help at or from redistributed wealth. The mighty Negro was not feeble. The mighty Negro people from the Horn of Africa to the Ivory Coast, from the South African coastline to the throne of the Pope, from the shimmering shores of the Spanish Sea in Tripoli, from Atlanta all the way down to the Southern American homeland, we have a presence, Omaic in resemblance. But we will not be forgotten or fade from existence. We will not sit idly by while civil wars fall and rise in the homeland and in Compton. We will million-man march for millennia like Mahayana Buddhist avatars will persist until we have freed our people from every chain of pitted tar they tried to cast us in. The mighty Negro is black and beautiful, with tracks and weaves and candy-painted nail cuticles. Will he walk or blush to the airbrush car hides we ride in? The mighty Negro is a diamond in the rough around the edges. More than a Congo commando or a welfare queen, more than Hotel Rwanda since we bell-hopped on the scene, bold like bell hooks or Jackie Robinson when he swings, more than a color Caruso, immaculate people, vernacular English broken, spit like Baroque art, Basquiat with a brush and no stencil, watch us, been a future for our youth and Nostradamus couldn't fathom, parameters to the truth and reason will guide us. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather, so grab your coat and your sweater, cause whether you prepared or not, my people done conducted a plot to vote out over the White House and Senate deliberations and take our rightful place in this nation. Character and grace marked by patience. We have arrived in the 21st century. Broken, bloodied, and breathing, but we ain't leaving. We bend but don't break. We fall but don't faint. Still here, and we ain't leaving.